Looky here, everybody. I'm tired of hearing,
what do we do with Clyde Edwards-Helaire now?
that he's not good.
What do we do with Lamar?
Guys, we are 3 weeks into the 2020 fantasy football season. Lamar is going to be fine. Lamar, I've gotten so many questions so far from the end of the game until right now through my HeySmitty.com feature. I can't tell you how many questions I've got where I haven't even read the whole email yet. I see the subject line. What do we do with Clyde? Do I trade Clyde? Do I trade Lamar? I'm buying low all day long off knee-jerk reactors coming out of week 3, not 5, not week 10, not half a season, week 3. We have people already worried about Clyde barely being top 10 when he blew up in week 1, did okay in week 2, and had over 130 yards in week 3 against a Ravens defense. I'm buying all day long on that. I'm trading guys that rank an equivalent to a second round player if you're to equate players into draft value right now. Lamar, go after Lamar while people value him around 4th round type value. Like I get emails right now that ask if someone should dump Lamar for like some running back 2 that's like low end, and I can't believe it. I'm just like, I like it, I love it. I'm frustrated, I'm annoyed, but I love it because it's opportunity. I can bring you guys good buy low opportunity. I can go get good buy low opportunity. It excites me in a lot of ways when there's buy low opportunities. I like this part of the year because there's so much goodness out there being overlooked, and it makes for great content. It makes for a great way to build your team up if you're struggling. I've got 18 teams. Do you think that a handful of mine aren't hit with injury and struggling right now? I'm going after Lamar. I'm going after Clyde. I'm going after Josh Jacobs Jingleheimer Schmidt. That dude went off in week 1. Everyone and their mother thought this guy was going to be a top 4 running back, and now everyone's like, Smitty, what do we do with this guy? That's the most common email I get right now. What do we do with Jacobs? What do we do with Lamar? What are we doing with Clyde? First of all, if you're asking the question, what do we do with said player, that player isn't living up to the expectation level, so why would you try and trade them anyway? We gotta wait. Be patient. I've taught you better than this. Don't knee-jerk react. Don't go trading Clyde away if you own him. Go buy low. He's explosive. He can't be tackled by one player. He got bottled up. Half the time he still managed 130 plus yards against Baltimore. I don't know what the problem is coming out of week 3 for Clyde. I really don't. I was like, great, good game. And then I see all these emails, people freaking out. And Lamar, I get it. Lamar had, what do you have? Pull up the stats here. 97 yards passing, not good. But 1 TD, no INTs. He still ran the ball 9 times for 83 yards. Really bad game for Lamar. But this is like the bottom, the worst it gets for Lamar. Lamar's going to have a heavy bounce back outing in week 4, and everyone's gonna be like, damn, I should have bought low. I should have bought Lamar while people were valuing him outside the top 4 or 5 quarterbacks. I know Washington next week for Baltimore, it's in Washington, is, not the easiest matchup. The Washington football team can bring it a little bit on defense, but they won't be able to contain Lamar, and Lamar's gonna have a big outing. The Ravens are 2-1. It's okay. Don't hit the panic button with Lamar and the Ravens. I don't get why everybody is, but they are. And you can take full advantage. I already talked about Josh Jacobs. These guys are super slam dunk ads right now, or buy lows. I just feel slam dunk trustworthy. These guys are just like, how can you miss on them? I don't get it. McCaffrey. Dude's so big, I gotta make the circle bigger. McCaffrey. Go buy low while you can. Every day that goes by, every game that his owner holds on to him, the less likely that owner is going to trade him away. Think about it. He's doing all the work in his mind. I'm holding him. Why would I trade him now that he's been on my bench for X number of weeks? That's what you're going to be dealing with a week from now, 2 weeks from now. I've waited and put in the time. Why am I going to trade him to you now right before he comes back? Don't let that time frame get smaller to the point where this person's like, that owns McCaffrey, like, I'm not going to trade him to you. Go get McCaffrey. I think like an A-Rob, Allen Robinson would be a good place to start. Like a guy popping off right now. McCaffrey owner probably isn't winning games. Maybe he's like, damn, I need something. Give me A-Rob. Maybe you get a deal done like that. Kareem Hunt. I love Kareem Hunt, but I'd trade Kareem Hunt for McCaffrey. I'd trade Kareem Hunt for Mike Thomas, who might be back in week 4. Reports could surface tomorrow saying he won't be. Be prepared for that. Prepare for the worst case scenario. But Mike Thomas could return in week 4. There are rumblings about it. And as soon as those rumblings occur, c'est la vie to buying Mike Thomas low. But I love MT and Mike Thomas right now in my buy low arsenal. AJ Brown. You guys saw my video. If you haven't watched it, the video right before this one, where I pretty much go over the top. I go over McCaffrey, MT, AJ Brown, and Dobbins. I'm like blown away by how many people have given up on AJ Brown, and more specifically, how many people have negative comments to say about how bad he is when he hasn't even played. And he looked good in week 1. At some point, he got hurt because he was a little bit hobbled. But he would have had a 70 or 80 yard touchdown had Tannehill, I think it was like 3 or 4 minutes left. Where's my music? It was like 3 or 4 minutes left in the game. Tannehill didn't look to his right, and A.J. Brown was like waving his hand, like wide open, running down the sideline. Would have had a 70 or 80 yard touchdown reception. People are knee-jerk reacting to A.J. Brown. If you say to me, hey, Smitty, I don't think he'll stay healthy, I'm not buying in, I'd at least respect you. I'd at least be like, you know what? I get it. But when you say A.J. Brown sucks, it just does something to me. It's like the eyeball emojis when they're not deserving of being dropped in a comment. Like, why are you eyeball emojiing me about this? Why are you eyeball emojiing AJ Brown?
Take a lap. Take a lap.
That's for all of you AJ Brown haters out there. Dobbins, guys, I did not expect Dobbins to be blowing up in week 3. So for people that are the most impatient group of people in the world, give me JK. I'll wait on him. I don't care if it's week 8 or week 9. It could take that long. I'm expecting it to be later. The dude looks good at times, and at times is all you're going to get when you have a crowded backfield. Now, I get it. Maybe they're crowded all year. That's the risk you take, but you're buying low. No one's asking you to go buy them at 4th round value right now. You're going to buy AJ Brown low. You're going to buy J.K. Dobbins low. You're going to buy MT low, McCaffrey, Jacobs, all these guys low. And put Drake in here. Drake, I'm sorry I left you out. Drake's a little higher risk right now. But he's getting volume. If they take the volume away, then I'm going to be concerned. But currently, I like Drake at what would be, I think, equate to like 3rd or 4th round value. People are giving him up pretty willingly. So I gave you my early buy low guys: Dobbins, AJ Brown, MT. Waller was on here. I couldn't fit him on here. Waller and McCaffrey. That was like my early Sunday morning. I got up, had an omelet, wasn't, fully ready to drop all of my buy lows for week 4, but I wanted to get it out there, get a jump on it for you guys. But now I'm adding Clyde, Edwards-Helaire, Lamar, and Jacobs to the list because of the emails I'm getting, the temperature I'm taking of my own audience, my own followers who are like in a panic about the top three, Clyde, Lamar, and Jacobs. In a panic. Like the emails I'm getting, I got two while I've started recording this. Two have popped up. One was Clyde, one was Lamar. You guys are freaking out, which I'm not trying to come at my own people. I'm merely reading that, taking that temperature and relaying it to you because I think it tells a story. Like, I believe better than anybody because I don't know a lot of fantasy football advice givers out there and shows that do the one-on-one advice to the degree I do it. I do it all day long. I get question after question after question. Hey, Smitty.com, you can order phone calls and I call you back within minutes most times, depending on when you order. But I think I'm in an advantageous position for you, for my people, because I see so many questions and I see them right away. I can tell you what the general public, the consensus of fantasy football, the owners, not the experts, the owners out there, on average, I can tell you what they're thinking because I'm reading it. I'm getting a big sample of it. Like, it's not a small sample. I'm telling you, I'm getting tons of Clyde and Lamar, Jacobs, especially Drake, and it's understandable with Drake. A.J. Brown, I've been getting it from week one. I got it from the first quarter in week one. I got nothing but nonstop emails. So I know for a fact that these guys are great buy lows because I see it in volume. And it's a numbers game. Numbers don't lie. And you know what else doesn't lie? That subscription button where you can hit subscribe and follow me and the YouTube channel and make this thing a bigger beast than it already is. Let's make the show big. Tell everybody, subscribe, follow, and I'll see you guys live tomorrow night. Later. Top 5 running back.
You're watching the Fantasy Football Show.
Smitty,